indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Haley, if you would. Lord, we thank you again for this gathering and this ability to govern ourselves, Lord, and we pray that you would give us unity in our discussions tonight and in guiding this community, and we pray that you'd also bless those who elected us to do a job here, and we thank you for that in Jesus' name. Amen. Madam Clerk, if you can handle it, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Haley.
Here.
Commissioner Holzhausen.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Garber.
Here.
Commissioner Howard.
Here.
Commissioner Shepherd.
Present.
And Chairman Broder.
Here. Thank you. This time I'd be looking for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Support. I have motion support. Any changes to the agenda? All in favor of approving today's agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. I'll now need a motion to approve the minutes of the May 13th, 2026 Board of Commissioners meeting.
So moved.
Support. Got a motion with support. Any discussion on the minutes? Any changes? All in favor of approving those minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Move on to approval of bills. Commissioner Garber.
Thank you. I move to approve the invoice edit reports dated 5/12, 5/14, 5/21, 5/22, 5/28, 5/29, 6/4, 6/5, 6/11, and 6/12 in the amount of $11,391,780.53 and authorize the warrants be drawn from Treasury in that amount.
Support. I have a motion with support. Any discussions or questions regarding the bills? Seeing none, I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holzhausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Garber.
Yes.
Commissioner Howard.
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd.
No.
Commissioner Haley.
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes. This time we have our first opportunity for the public to address the board. I have one slip up here. Shelley, would you like to come forward? You'll have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Shelley Akiniki, Director of Homeless Angels in Shiawassee. I get to work with our homeless population and our people in most need, and that would include our local veterans in Shiawassee County. I've had the honor to walk alongside several veterans in our community over the years, but a few in particular that did stay with us. And through the time that they stayed with us, we developed a lot of great working relationships in the community. And I'd like to first commend our Veterans Affairs Office for all of the work that they have done in trying to provide help and assistance often for our people, for anything from food to gas cards. And then eventually we worked on housing and stability for our veterans that came to us in the most need. We had a family initially right after we opened. It was a dad and two of his sons, young sons, that stayed with us. And because of the HUD-VASH and the help that we had with the VA, we were able to actually move him into housing with his 2 boys relatively fast back in 2019. We've had another young man that came to us from a mental health hospital. And he struggled some, but needed a lot of extra assistance and had came to us with nothing. And we were able to, again, reach out to our local veterans office and walk alongside him with the needs that he had to have, and uniquely work with him in getting him into housing, stable housing now. And it's come full circle for this veteran, and he is now a volunteer giving back to the shelter. These things would not be able to happen without these partnerships and these relationships. Our Veterans Office has gone above and beyond on these occasions. And one final veteran that I'd like to mention came to us, again, in a very fragile state of mind. He struggled, had a setback. He stayed with us actually for almost 2 years. And we were able to finally work alongside him and not only helping him get into housing, but with everything that was needed, because again, he had nothing. So furniture and the necessities to make him feel comfortable in his new home, and continuing those relationships and making sure that our people are sustainable and being able to stay in housing. So we're having some great successes that I thought was really important to share tonight. I know we don't always get to hear the positive, but when we can work together as a community and share these resources and help our people in most need, especially our veterans, I think it's really important that we can do that and share that together and continue on that great work. So thank you to our Veterans Affairs Office and to the people that help make that happen every day and that are so passionate for our people. I know Commissioner Garber has been a part of that some, and assisting in some of that too, and communicating those important needs and getting to share in that journey. So thank you for everybody and for all that you're doing at that nice office out there that I love out here on State Road, which again has helped our people be able to easily access those resources. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. That's very appreciated. Would there be anyone else? All right, moving on then. We can move on to committee reports. Why don't we start this, and Commissioner Shepherd, do you have anything you'd like to share today?
Committees.
It's possible you might have other things that you're doing in the community. You'd rather I don't call on you in the future?
Well, I help out my community, that's all, yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, planning commission did not meet, but parks did. Obviously in the summer, we're very busy. I was out actually at the Get Road in Chi-Town on Saturday, both extremely busy with kayakers and people using the pavilions for family parties. So that was great to see. But what our committee talked about, we're looking at, and we're going to put in a new launch at Chi-Town. If you've been out there, it gets quite rutted because of the drop down the road into the water. So we're gonna put some cement down there. And then also on Chi-Town East, so the other half of that park split in two, we're gonna repair the pavilion. A tree branch fell down and broke part of the pavilion roof, so we're gonna look at repairing that. Other than that, maintenance, and like I said before, we're very, very busy. Good to see. They look great, by the way, the parks look awesome.
Thank you.
That's it, yeah.
Commissioner Hayes. Nothing new to report.
Nothing to do.
Commissioner Garber?
Well, I do have a few things. Number one, I want to thank Shelley for her comments tonight about our veterans office. As I've mentioned before, we're running a little short-staffed down at the office due to two positions outside of the county where we had VSOs helping out in a big capacity. So we are definitely stretching our staff down there to the limits. Which brings me to my second thing I want to talk about tonight. I went over our budget revenues and expense summaries all the way back to 2019. Well, no, actually 2012, just kind of looking at some of the trends. And as our budget has increased, it won't come as a surprise to you that salaries, because that's what we do here. We provide services to people in this community. And our staff needs to be paid for the work they do. And we had, I'm going to use just one example. We had a person that came in about a year or so before me over in the circuit court building that made $11 an hour. She's up to about 19 now. That's still not enough. That is not enough. It is imperative that we pay our people what they are worth. So please keep that in mind when we make comments about increases in the budget. What that really means is that we are paying our people what they're worth. And then, in fact, we're not paying them enough. I also had the opportunity to sit in on a mock interview. This young man was applying for a city manager position, a city smaller than the population of this county, very similar in direct reports, similar type services. That position for that city manager job, pay-wise, started at $165 to $185. I'd like to propose a raise for Dr. Boggs, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I just bring that up to highlight that when we're competing with surrounding areas, and this is nothing new to most of us, we have to be competitive with our wages. So
Dr. Boggs would be okay with you bringing
I mean,
Dr. Boggs, this isn't your time to speak.
right. So again, I was quite shocked by that. I don't think anybody here is overpaid. And I do appreciate the people that stay. I think what we can offer here at Shiawassee County sometimes goes beyond what we pay. We, at least in this office, what I see is a lot of teamwork, a lot of good work being done. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes, I'll just talk about the committees I'm on Shiawassee County Senior Citizen Board, and they're getting a deal going that we'll just be leasing or renting a building at Morris now, and the Morris School will be taking it over, but it's not finalized yet, but hope in the next month or meetings it'll be finalized. Also on the health department with Larry Johnson, and things are moving along good there, even though his budget is shorter than what it was, but he's getting by. I'm also on the health and wellness board, and things are moving along there. The state wanted to kind of privatize it, and they kind of give up on that. The judge ruled against it, but they might try again. Also on Shiawassee Economic Partnership with Justin Horvath, and he's has all kinds of grants and meetings with all kinds of business. If you want to expand or get help, there's help out there. So that's it.
Thank you. All right then. Let's move on to our any motions and reports. Commissioner Howard, can we start with you, please?
Absolutely. I move to approve the filling of a maintenance one position.
Support.
I have a motion with support.
Very briefly, we had a maintenance worker who went to a trade union position for substantially more money, and so we have an opening to replace this budgeted position.
Question?
And that is less than $20 an hour.
So the top out is $20.88, but it starts off at $17.07.
All right. Roll call.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
sorry, Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the quote from Jaeger Asphalt not to exceed $16,920 for replacement of the Eastern Jail parking lot.
Support.
Motion with support.
So this is a planned and budgeted project. We started looking at this last year. The parking lot has started to deteriorate with cracks and fissures and a little trench that collects water. So we're looking at replacing it. Originally, it was $18,880, but if we do it this month and get on their schedule, it'll be $16,920 to replace it. And I did have a chance to talk to Kent afterwards, who is here on another matter, and he thought it was a pretty good price for the from an engineering standpoint for the replacement.
All right. Which budget does that come up with? We have this planned.
That comes out of buildings and grounds.
Okay. Was this, did we know this was coming? Okay.
Yep,
That's
we
what I thought.
put it into this past budget, when we did it in October, November, but it was a budgeted planned expense, so it is a general fund item, but it comes out of Tim's buildings and grounds budget.
I thought we talked about that last year.
We did,
I seem to recall that too.
but we waited and did, it was not budgeted last year, so we built it into this year's budget.
All right. Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the proposed agreements between Shiawassee County, Preston Community Services LLC, and Joseph Harding for planning, zoning, building, and trade services, and authorize the board chairperson to execute the necessary documents.
Support.
Motion with support.
So this is the renewal of Pete's contracts with us, with Preston Community Solutions or Services, but also it's a change in how we're doing it. So as you'll notice in my write-up, the economic impact changes with from about 104 this year for economic impact planning and zoning to a projected 86,000 for next year, which is about a 20% savings for us due to switching to the retainer-based system. And then as we go forward for the building and trades, it's gonna always break even for us because whatever is taken in, we get 20% of it, and Pete's office gets the 80% of that, which will give us a continuous balance in that account so that we can operate instead of ebbing and flowing. So if we pay Pete a fixed price, if we don't do a lot of building one year, we're in the hole. And if we do a lot of building one year, it's still a fixed price. So this will be based on market demands.
Questions?
It is a 2.5-year contract.
All right.
Do all the increases that we're proposing increase his contract as well? Or with the reduction of townships having to utilize services?
Well, now we're going to basically a fee per service, which we used to go with a flat rate contract, and pay it for the whole year, as I understand it. Doc Boggs, tell me if I'm wrong.
That's correct, and as noted, so it'll be a 20% reduction in what we're paying him, and then it'll be an 80-20 split for the rest of it. So the county will be saving money.
What's the overall contract?
So if you look here on your page, it was 203 in 2005, 206, and it's gonna be an 80-20 split. And then up here, it was 100, 104, and it'll be 86,000.
So the amount paid will depend on, as you said, the amount of business, the amount that needs to be done.
For building and trades, yes. The other one, planning and zoning, will be 86,000, which is down from 104. That's a 20% reduction.
Very good.
Which, I'm not sure how we got Pete to agree to that, but that's.
I wish people would quit saying that.
I can be very persuasive.
Well, I did review my packet beforehand, so I looked over these numbers prior to this meeting. But thank you.
We've been pleased with the service.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
No.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the proposed building and trades fee schedule, resolution number 26-06-12, as presented, and authorize its implementation by the Community Development Department.
Support.
Have a motion of support?
So very briefly, this changes the pricing for building, electrical, mechanical, plumbing permits, and increases them slightly. Pete, you want to talk about a little bit of the increases? We are still below most of the rest of the communities around us, but this is kind of brings us up slightly.
Yes, this puts us again in the middle ground. We were here 4 or 5 years ago and did some increases at that time as well. Again, as explained Monday, one of the biggest things that we're dealing with is the increase in cost of inspectors and staff. And staff just alone, we typically start for our front end office at $19 to $22, depending on the experience and such. So, and that's just to get good people in, and then once we train them and they're set someplace, and then we have to pay more to keep them. So, but the big increase is the cost of having inspectors. It's harder and harder to set somebody down for 40 hours a week as an inspector without an exorbitant price, giving them the ability to go out and do multiple inspections and other jurisdictions, and still we manage it. Is kind of the, it goes hand in hand with our contract and the increases. But as discussed Monday, we're not looking at anything exorbitant, but we are looking to keep pace with the times and increase in costs and inflation.
If I may comment on this, this is one of those situations in government where we try to pass along the cost of providing a service to the person or people actually getting the service. A lot of times we can't do that, the courts and the police and so on. We can't, but in situations like this, much like when you go to register of deeds or very often the county clerk, there's a fee, and that's because then the person getting the service pays all or part of the cost of delivering the service. Otherwise, if we don't do that, it simply gets passed on to the general population, even though they are not getting a service. So this is one of the opportunities to do that.
Very well put.
And if I could add, I think it's been difficult for years to get these inspectors, hasn't it? Mechanical, electrical.
And it's become more difficult over the last 10 years since the state changed the rules for an inspector to be a building inspector primarily to become a building inspector. I know of 3 individuals that have taken the test at least 4 times and not been able to pass it, but could build you a house in a heartbeat. That's frustrating.
Thank you.
All right, any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Shepherd,
No.
Commissioner Haley,
Yeah.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the proposed zoning, the planning and zoning fee schedule, resolution number 26-06-11, as presented, and authorize its implementation by the Community Development Department.
Support.
Motion support, discussion on that one.
So this adjusts the fees also so that as people are calling for meetings, that they can either split the fees with other people to reduce the cost, but so that we're not subsidizing. So as Pete said the other day, it costs how much to hold a hearing?
Well, we had an applicant that was going to pay, is paying a $200 application fee, yet figuring everything out, it's gonna cost the county approximately $600, so essentially you're $400 in the hole for this particular individual's want and desire. So we're looking with this retainer system to cover that cost. If somebody comes in and wants a variance, they will pay for how much it costs the county to process that administratively, public hearing notices, adjacent property notices, and development review. They can, however, piggyback onto other meetings where we have 4 or 5 agenda items, and that way they cut the cost of all the commissioner per diems, as well as the public notice and such. And then that way, you know, if we don't come out for one meeting that lasts 30 minutes, we'll have a good productive, you know, you'll get your money out of the stipend for the planning commission and the ZBA members.
And that's not uncommon. I work in a township in Livingston County, and Livingston County does not offer these services to their townships, and so the townships have to bear the cost, which is, as you said, it's not a moneymaker, so that's exactly what is done in other local governments, so.
Is the additional fee going to guarantee that person gets a variance?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Nor could it, nor should it. Would be completely inappropriate. It's for processing the application, preparing the information, holding the meeting, at which point the ZBA will make the decision, as they always have.
It recoups the cost of doing business.
Yeah. They're not paying for acts, we're not paying for results here.
I don't think people are gonna be very happy to pay another $400 for everything that they need to be done.
Well, that's a different issue, but I'm just responding to that first question you had.
Right.
But again, if there's more than one, then the fee gets split between those who, because you don't pay extra per diem for the meeting. And I assume that's fairly common to have more than one.
Yes, it is, but sometimes when you get one, you see just how significantly the cost difference is from the fee paid and the service provided.
Well, and it's not a service, and nobody actually needs a variance. I mean, it's not like going to the hospital and saying, well, I don't know if I want my appendix out. I mean, you could just follow the ordinance and then it doesn't cost you anything. So.
That's true. Other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
No,
and Chairman Broder.
Yes.
Just like to thank the board real quickly and Dr. Boggs. I know we don't always bring the, funnest of things to you folks, and we do cause you an occasional phone call or a grief. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we're gonna keep plugging along here, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I move to approve the minutes of the June 15th, 2016 Economic and Physical Development Committee
meeting. Support. Motion with support, discussion on the minutes. All in favor of approving those minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you, Commissioner Howard. Commissioner Garber, back to you.
Thank you. The Board of Commissioners expresses its support for the Shiawassee County Treasurer working with the Shiawassee Regional Education Service District and local tax collecting units regarding the potential implementation of direct payment of Shiawassee Regional Education Service District tax collections as authorized by state law.
Support.
A motion with support, Dr. Boggs. I think you need to explain this one.
Okay, so very briefly, currently the treasurer collects the taxes for the RESD. Under the law, they can pay those directly to the local entities, the cities, townships, villages, can pay those directly to the RESD and bypass us. It'll be less work on our part, and it'll be much faster for the RESD to get their money to operate the schools. And it's allowed, the board doesn't have to give permission, but the treasurer has asked for your support in doing so as you're talking to your townships so that you're aware of it. And this is just an expression of that. The RESD will need to pass a resolution related to that. This is how most counties do it.
It's just a pass through, right?
Yes.
Just pass their money.
So basically, you're just cutting out the middleman. It's not really a
Yeah.
reduction in cost, it's just a reduction in to make it.
Well, it's
There
a
is
reduction in man hours on our
Oh,
side,
there is a reduction. in
but
cost.
yes.
Okay.
And it's very little work on the township treasurers. I mean, it's just writing one more check when you're doing your disbursement.
Is this
so.
a
They're doing those all at the
Recent
same
law?
time anyway.
Yes.
Is it a
Yep.
recent law that allows this? Any idea why we haven't always done it this way?
RESDs have good
That's-
lobbyists.
Well, I mean,
Well,
this is from 1984.
Oh, that is
It
a
was
recent.
allowed to change that way.
always been done.
It's older than I am, so that it could have been changed back then. But this is the way we've always done it, and Julie would like to change it.
I don't see a downside, do you, Julie?
No, and I learned at last winter's conference, talking to other treasurers, that none of them collect for the RESD, that all their locals send it directly to the school, just as the treasurers do to the public schools. They send it to Monson Public Schools, Durham, whatever, the RESD would just be handled the same.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Voice vote on this one?
Yes.
If there's no more discussion, all in favor of this resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Thank you.
I move to approve the award of engineering services for the Mishta CDBG infrastructure project, Creek Point subdivision, to Rowe Professional Services Company in an amount not to exceed $131,000 and authorize the board chairperson to execute the necessary documents.
Support.
Motion with support.
So we got a grant for $119,000 to, $619,500, sorry, to build out the remaining infrastructure that needs to be done in the Creek Point subdivision. This is the engineering for that. Last month, you approved the TPA, the third-party administrator of the grant. This is the engineering part of it to extend the water, sewer, roads, curb, gutter, etc., to put it in so they can continue to build houses. This is mostly covered by the grant, but the part that's not covered by the grant will be covered by the TIF, which you approved 6-7 months ago. There's no cost.
All right.
Oh, there were two bids. Rowe is the city's engineer, and they were also the low bidder. And so we would like to continue on with this because they did the initial build out.
Questions for Dr. Boggs? No? All right, I'll need a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the award of environmental review services for the Mishta CDBG infrastructure project, Creek Point subdivision to Fleece and Vanderbrink in an amount not to exceed $16,750 and authorize the board chairperson to execute the necessary documents.
Support. A motion with support.
One thing about the previous one, I did want to introduce to you Ken Edwards, who is the engineer from Rowe. You will be seeing him monthly or quarterly to give you updates as we move forward with this project, probably at one of the committee meetings. So, but for this one, we have worked almost exclusively with Police of Vanderbrink on all of our different land bank projects, also on our brownfields and TIF. They've already worked on this project some, so we received 2 bids. Police of Vanderbrink was the low bid already. They meet all the qualifications for the grant award.
Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard.
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Chairman Brogan.
Yes.
I move to approve the holiday schedule and Board of Commissioners meeting schedule as amended.
Support. Motion with support. We have that right in front of us. Anybody have any questions, objections? No? All in favor of approving that schedule signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have next year's schedule.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 15th, 2026 Finance and Administration Committee meeting.
Support. Motion with support. Discussion on the minutes. All in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you, Commissioner Garber. Commissioner Haley.
I move to approve resolution number 26-06-10 for submission of the Community Corrections Grant and to allow the CCAB to take necessary steps for submission.
Support.
I have a motion with support. Dr. Boggs.
So the grant is in front of you. It was not included in the original thing, but we provided it to you today or yesterday. It is for $118,000, the grant request, which runs the CCAP program. I will say this, that it has been a remarkable success into our 3rd year. They have taken in and done twice as many risk assessments as projected by the state, and they have also done twice as many supervisions as was intended, and they've been working well. There is a CCAP board that is made up of the elected officials in the courts and prosecutor and different individuals that work closely on these issues to make sure that it functions well. Essentially what they do is someone who has a felony or a violent misdemeanor, they will do a risk assessment on them, and they will give that risk assessment to the judge, and it helps the judge determine bond conditions, restrictions, and whether they'll be on supervision.
I had a quick comment. I wanted to point out to Mr. Durfee that I did second this motion. I was very hesitant about this when we started the program because to me it just felt like more government, another department. But I have had the opportunity to really see firsthand what they do down there, and it's much more than I thought, and I've seen firsthand, very firsthand, what the results are, and it's good. So.
And I'm on that, and I have to echo your comments. I've seen almost nothing but positive. Early on, there were a few little wrinkles. Not that people say we shouldn't be doing this, but just things to work out and so on. It's been remarkably smooth, and I think a big success. It's getting a lot of support from various people involved in the system.
Well, from our courts, I mean, I'm
Yes.
sure overwhelming for a judge or people in the judicial system to have all of this information to make the decisions they need to, so.
Yes, it's not just a matter of efficiency, but it promotes justice. That is, it gives the judge more information. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll be more information to make what the judge does more lenient, because sometimes it is quite the opposite. What it does is gives the judge more information to make an equitable decision.
Yep.
And that's always a good thing. Any other comments? Roll call vote, please.
When the,
Oh, sorry.
sorry,
No, go ahead.
when the grant is exhausted, then where do we get the funds?
The grant should cover, Dr. Boggs, grant will cover.
Most of it, a little bit of it comes from opioid if there's any overage. But I think what Commissioner is asking is what happens if we don't get the grant? If we don't get the grant, the program goes away. But once you're in the system, it's almost kind of like a renewal, and they keep providing it. How many counties have a CPR program? 54. 54 of the 83 currently receive funding from the state.
So hopefully we won't get cut on that. I think it's a very effective program.
More or less, the amount that we request versus the amount we are awarded fluctuates, but almost all of the same members remain the same.
That's nice to know we have the opioid money as something of a backfill. It certainly is a legitimate use of our opioid money as well.
That's what we used as a startup for it to get Mark started to write the grant.
I've forgotten that. That's right. Anything else, anyone? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
Move to approve the replacement of an assistant prosecutor.
Support.
Motion with support.
Budgeted position, one line.
Discussion. Roll call vote,
I
please.
would just note that it's,
Oh,
the starting wage is $33 an hour.
Doesn't seem like a lot.
no. It does not. Which is probably why we so often have to replace people.
Right.
It's what we have. Please go ahead.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 16, 2026 Public Safety and Courts Committee meeting.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? All in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved. Thank you, Commissioner Haley. Commissioner Garber.
Thank you. I move to allocate up to $30,000 of the opioid settlement funds to the health department to provide drug remediation support for New Directions consumers.
Support.
Motion with support.
So almost a year ago, you awarded $30,000 to the health department to do this. Over the course of the last year, it's taken them about a year to exhaust that $30,000. And they have been providing a nurse there 1 day a week at various times to provide support to individuals at New Directions. For those of you that are not familiar, New Directions is a 501c3, but it's affiliated with Shiawassee Health and Wellness. You have to have a referral from Shiawassee Health and Wellness, I believe, to participate. Their employee reports to the director or the CEO of Shiawassee Health and Wellness. And they've been able to connect them with other services that the health department offers over the course of the year, including testing, vaccines, connect them with primary care provider, recovery pathways, different things of that nature. It's outlined in a memo from Larry that's attached to that.
And this is a New Directions, a little bit, being a community mental health, a little bit close to my heart. They provide direct services, basic, sometimes day-to-day needs as a drop-in center. And I've been over there, talked with people, I've seen what they do. They squeeze every dollar. They are not wasteful. So very supportive of this.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a unique partnership between the health department, New Directions. So I think we're kind of leveraging those things, those entities together and getting the best value for those dollars. And the relationship that our nurse has with those consumers, there's so much overlap between mental health and addiction. I'm learning new things all the time, but that relationship that she's building, I think, is really critical in helping people in their recovery. So.
And of course, again, this is the opioid money, so we have certain restrictions. This does come in there. And as a general comment, when I look at the things we've used the opioid money for, the jail, transportation, and this, I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing.
There's a lot of things that can be used for, but yes.
Well, the point is, we're using it very well. We're not, there's always when you have this kind of money come in, there are a lot of organizations that want the money. And I think we've used it very wisely thus far. Of course, this will be an ongoing thing. We have a lot of years of this money coming in.
Well, and I would also note, there are a lot of years of this money over the next 20, but it's only about $130,000 a year. So it's not like it's an endless pot of money.
Exactly.
Well, and the fact that New Directions is established in under the community mental health umbrella, again, we're able to leverage those together. So using some of their resources, some of ours, the health department's expertise. It's just a great partnership.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Chairman Briller.
Yes.
I move to adopt the 2025 Health Department Annual Report and place it on file.
Support. Motion with support.
Larry couldn't be here tonight, but a copy is included in your packets.
Any questions or discussions on that report? Do I need a roll call on that one?
No, just a voice.
That's what I thought. All in favor of approving that, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
I move to approve the proposal from Collards and Luddington to construct a VA garage and parking lot expansion as proposed, not to exceed $100,678.
Support. Motion with support.
So before I turn it over to Mike Reeve to explain more about this, it's $100,000 for the building of a 32 by 40 by 12 garage for the VA. And of that, $21,000 is an expansion of the parking lot around it. $30,000 will be donated from an anonymous donator to cover part of the cost.
And the remaining 50,000.
Will come from split between PA 214 and peacetime, which is allowable under our spending rules.
And then any overages will be covered under operational, so we would discuss that. This is phase 2 that you all approved when the building was originally remodeled. We had talked about a garage, you had tabled it back then, it was one package deal. This is now the phase 2 of the completion of that garage for vehicles. We are now up to 3 county, if you will, county VA transportation vehicles. And with the addition of providing transportation to the courts and that program expanding, we do have another county vehicle that there is going to be a parking space on the side of that garage as well, which is part of the reason for that parking area for that other county vehicle. So
Also getting a little congested down there with all the different things that we have going on.
yeah, it will also help assist clerk of the court during elections and stuff when they go down to that area, since that's now the voting area for the county. Correct if I'm
Early voting area.
Yeah, there you go. It'll help with a lot of the congestion parking. We've already had some complaints from our veterans getting in, finding parking to get into their appointments during that time. So this should alleviate all that.
Any questions?
We talked a little bit about the insulation and the spray foam. So because the building is not heated, and Gary might even be able to answer this. So we're doing the spray foam insulation because the building is not heated, is that?
Correct. We didn't want to go with the extra expense of putting in the lines and everything else in order to heat it. Then this will keep, I guess, a better cost effective over the long-term solution for heating.
But we're not having heat, just like to
Correct.
keep it.
Yep.
To keep it,
Better insulated.
okay, and that doesn't create moisture or,
No.
It should not with, from my understanding, not the contractor, so, but the way they explain of how the baffles are gonna go in between the ceiling and everything to create airflow for after you put the spray foam in. It all works in conjunction and keeps moisture down to a minimum.
okay.
It doesn't matter whether it's heated or unheated, you shouldn't have that, it still gets moisture. Metal against that fiberglass, it'll be mold.
Because
So
it's metal, is that the?
Yes,
Oh, okay. That's probably what I'm not.
that's
understanding.
what's the big deal.
Okay,
If it was wood, it'd be something different.
okay.
And then you all, I've learned this, it's probably minutia information, but you've got closed cell and open cell foam. Closed cell, as it says, stuff can't pass through. Open cell, it can. The spray foam we've requested is closed cell, so. I don't don't know if that helps or hurt, that's an area I'm not familiar with.
Well, because I know we went back and forth if we were gonna heat it or not,
Yeah,
so,
And we decided not to just
Yeah.
because of the cost.
the cost. All right,
Other questions?
What is the need for a garage?
We have, well, I should let you speak on that.
Safety and security, we've had incidents of things stolen, in that area. Luckily, we haven't had with the camera system installed, that's kept things down mostly to a minimum. The other is with the drivers in the wintertime, because all of our drivers are, of an elderly age. Making sure that they have a safe place to get in and out of the vehicle, they're not out there scraping windows and things during the wintertime. Is one of the bigger concerns, of keeping the vehicles, in a secure, safe, dry area for that purpose.
What
Yeah.
about the vehicles themselves?
Right. I
I
think
mean,
for
there is that too,
longevity-
right?
For longevity, you always wanna keep something inside. I mean,
Absolutely.
any good farmer will tell you the tractor's gonna last 1,000 times longer in the barn than it does out in the field, so.
Absolutely.
Especially with the vehicle, I mean, I think it's, if I had the choice, I'd store all my vehicles in the garage.
And the idea of telling an elderly volunteer, here are the keys, you'll need to go scrape the snow and the ice off of it, seems a little bit unreasonable. So, that's something that we should provide, and of course, it's coming part from a nice donation we've gotten to help pay for this. And of course, the money that is earmarked for vets. And we aren't squeezing the money that we have saved for vets. It's not gonna result in any reduction of services in any other way,
No, it's not.
because of the financial situation over there, which is fairly good. So this is certainly doable.
all right, we do good work.
Other
Okay.
questions?
No, but I think lastly, we should just say thank you to the anonymous donor for the donation. I mean, I think that's huge. I really appreciate that. And I think it'll serve the veterans for a long time to come. So it's great.
All right. Are we good? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes,
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
No.
and Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the minutes of the June 16th, 2026 Health and Human Services Committee meeting.
Support. Motion with support. Any discussion on those minutes? All in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you very much, Commissioner Garber. All right, we now have a FOIA appeal we need to deal with. Who's gonna handle that?
So very briefly, I'll just give you the high point and then turn it over to the council. So we have a FOIA for what's called an enhanced record, which is something that we sell normally, and so they want to try and FOIA it to get around paying for it. That's the long and short of it. This stems from a FOIA that's in the drain office for all of the GIS material, data, parcels, the drain maps, all those kind of things. This has happened in a couple of different places, and the drain office answered it through our office, and they appealed our ruling to not want to pay the fee. So after that, I'll turn it over to our county attorney.
So, this, as Dr. Boggs stated, this stems from the original request was for basically all the output of our GIS system, which is a system that costs the county a lot of money to obtain, maintain, and all of that. And the type of access that was requested would be defined as enhanced access. And there is a statute called the Enhanced Access to Public Records Act, which does provide for these types of situations, specifically and directly in situations involving GIS systems, that a fee can be charged, and that there's a whole way that that's done, and that's what we've done. And it's my understanding that this has been consistently applied for the similar requests. So the response was given. The individual attempted to characterize his request in a way that would make the act not apply. We disagree with that characterization and believe that no matter what you call your request, the substance is what matters. So thus the response was given, and this appeal is essentially arguing that the restrictions of the Freedom of Information Act should apply, and that would restrict our ability to charge what we charged. And if we were to adopt this person's argument, if the board were to. I will point out that under the Freedom of Information Act, there's a whole section on fees, right? It's like the most detailed section of the entire act. And one of the provisions of that statute says that the fee provision section of FOIA does not apply to public records prepared under an act or statute specifically authorizing the sale of those public records to the public, or if the amount of the fee for providing a copy of the public record is otherwise specifically provided by an act or statute. So it's essentially a provision in FOIA that says if there's something else in state law that deals with a specific issue of providing for a fee of public record, that other statute is going to control the fee, right? That's how this works. So it's why when you go to the court, I mean, well, the court's a little different, but when you go to the Register of Deeds office, for example, you don't pay 10 cents a page for every photocopy there, which is all you can charge under FOIA for photocopies. You pay a different amount. And that is because there is a statute that says that the Register of Deeds can charge a certain way for what they do. And these are all finely tuned by the state legislature to understand that different offices, different services, and different records cost different amounts to provide and to maintain, right? So FOIA itself does allow for this. It works in conjunction with the Enhanced Access to Public Records Act. And so that is kind of where we're at. So I have included on your in front of you today just some of the correspondence. His appeal was in here for you to look at. His arguments are all made in here. Like I said, he argues that basically FOIA should control and that our fees were not calculated correctly pursuant to FOIA, and we have kind of a fundamental disagreement there. I will also note that it appears that the same individual filed the exact same FOIA up in Alger County, up in the UP, and their quote was $6,500 for it. Ours was a little bit more, but basically in the same ballpark, and they denied it. He appealed, their board denied the appeal up there. So I don't know what this individual is, seeking here to do, but we're applying the law as we believe that it functions.
And a lot of this GIS data is purchased from us from time to time by engineering firms and other groups. And, there's a potential that, they could turn around and do something with it of that nature as well.
And the request was not for a specific parcel or segment of.
It was for the
land.
entire.
Everything.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So this is what he requested. He requested. I am requesting a copy of, in their native format, the current parcel layer with associated tax attributes, zoning district boundaries, and address points. Not for one specific area, the whole thing. And that's basically the meat of that system.
Then if you could clarify, one of you could clarify, what is an enhanced record?
It's enhanced
And-
access to
Pardon
public. It's enhanced access to public records is what we're providing.
Enhanced in what way?
It's immediate access to the output of a GIS system in this case.
And what was the, what was the legislature's thought process? I know you were there,
I
but
don't.
generally,
Well,
why is there this exception?
Well,
because these are exceedingly expensive systems to maintain.
and we paid for them.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's the same with the Registered Deeds office. We have on a routine, people FOIA a deed. Well, those are all denied because you have to go purchase a copy of the deed. This is the exact same thing. The county has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars developing this system and updating it every single year. To give the entirety of the system away would be tantamount to just wasting the money.
And the actual fee, it is my understanding that we didn't just decide on this fee in the last 2 months. Rather, this fee there's a schedule that has been set for some time.
This is, the fee was set before I got here. It's the same amount that it has been at least for the last 6 years. It
So
hasn't
it's
changed.
been there and it hasn't even been increased for years. But this has been the fee that was set probably before most of us were on the board. All right.
It seems to me to be a very reasonable fee for the amount of information you get from the fee.
Absolutely.
And digital ability, to get digital to native file. That's, imagine the amount
Just
of
need a
data
motion.
that is,
Huh?
and the amount
Just
of
need a
parcels
motion.
in
It's a lot of
town
work. Who's gonna make the
for only
motion?
$7,500. It must be pennies on the parcel.
It would be.
And I think it would be very different if they were asking for a specific smaller thing under FOIA. And that's, so we have to make a judgment call on where this line is, and this is where we've made our, kind of our judgment call, and try to apply it as evenly as possible across all requests.
I mean, you aren't paying for, tell me if I'm wrong about understanding this, but I mean, information that you would wanna get through FOIA, we're not paying however many thousands of dollars every year to create it, right? Or harvest it, not create it, but.
Well, every year there is a fee for updating it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, so that like.
It's not free
that's
for us to keep this
additional-
information
Right.
around.
So when you guys go to the GIS system,
Yeah,
on the county website, you pull up someone's parcel, or you look at the drain maps, or the road maps, the railroad maps, or the flight paths, or whatever, the terrain, the elevation, the history of sales and taxes from the beginning of time to present. That's all that information, and you can access all of it via online for free as an individual. The only reason you'd want all of that stuff as a native file is to be able to use it for something else.
so it's beyond just access, and this is where you're harvesting the, yeah,
There's access today.
yeah,
You
right.
can
you
have
can
access to anyone.
yeah, that's what I was
This
talking
would be the enhanced part.
about. Yes,
Yeah, if you go online right now, you go to GIS, you can see all those things for individual
It's all there.
parcels.
Yeah.
It's all there. You can change the topography, you can see all the drain maps, you can see different things like that, you can see elevation maps, you can see all that. That's free to everyone that does it. But this is for the actual files.
Yeah.
That support and run that system.
All right, I am gonna move to deny the FOIA appeal submitted by Mr. Justin Myers for the waiver of enhanced access fees.
Support.
Motion with support. Any further discussion?
To be clear, a yes vote in this case would be to deny the appeal and uphold the existing decision of the FOIA coordinator.
Any questions, further questions for our attorney? All right, well, yes.
In his email back to you, it says, your worksheet documents exactly 0 hours of labor and hourly wage of 0.
Yes.
So what are all the other charges?
It's a flat fee of $7,500 for the enhanced access. So that's what we can charge for enhanced access.
This one isn't based on hours, is what he's saying. This one is simply a flat fee that is allowed under the statute.
A separate act, a separate statute in this case. And, you know, the form that is used in every other FOIA doesn't necessarily have a neat box to put it in. We had to express it somehow.
Are there legal fees addressed in that flat rate?
Legal fees? No, the flat rate has been set and is designed to account for the cost of the service that they're asking for access to it. It's not a legal fee situation. No.
All right, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yeah, yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
No.
and Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes. All right, the meeting is getting a little long, so let me be brief. There's not a lot that hasn't already been covered. As all of you know, it's been mentioned before, our land bank is doing very well. We've gotten a number of grants for housing rehab, rental rehab. That's going well. We're doing some more, hopefully we're doing some more demolition fairly soon. SCOA is, our problems with SCOA are working out nicely. We're just about to close the deal on the Morris facility that will guarantee that facility is staying open and affordable for a minimum of 5 years. I have been involuntarily put on the building committee over at SCOA, and I will be meeting very soon with them to look at the other buildings and seeing whether they are also maintainable in the long run so that we can keep our senior centers open in Durand and Owasso as well. I want to look at the ownership of them, any limitations, what is needed in the long run, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll take a peek at that after the meeting, and I'll I'll let you all know on that. Trying to think of anything else, nothing new at VAAA. So I think I'm gonna end it there and turn it over to Dr. Boggs.
Very briefly, so, last month you guys approved the Mitel contract for somewhere around 14,000, a little more. After doing some work with them and our tech, folks working with them, they managed to bring it down an additional $3,000, so it's around 11,200. So we have some additional savings there, on that contract from last month, so that was fresh, I wanted to bring that up. You probably noticed that it is June and we did not have our audit presentation. Our audit is almost done. Our auditor has been sick and has had some medical problems. It will be submitted on time and the presentation will be next month in July for you. But it will be submitted on time at the end of this month. He apologizes for what has befallen. And then, as you know, we've received our grant. The land bank has received their grants for homeowner rehab and for rental rehab. We're gonna be having some regular updates on those for you moving forward, as well as our Creek Point program, or Creek Point remodel or expansion. And the last thing I have for you is that next month you will also be voting on the senior millage for its renewal to be placed on the ballot in November.
And that's just a renewal.
Correct.
All right, any questions for Dr. Boggs? All right, thank you. At this time, we'll have our second opportunity for the public to address this board. Anyone? Seeing no one come forward, we're adjourned.
See you next month. Unless I hope they're golfing.
Yeah, the phone breaks up.